So let's talk lemon. I love lemons, and I think I like the sourness of it on my palate. I like it mixed with sauces. I like it in desserts. I like it savory. I make a pasta with lemon and fresh sage. I use lemons a lot, and since we live in a great area in California, we live in an agricultural area that grows a lot of lemons. Interestingly enough, the lemons that we grow in this area are mostly sent to South America at the opposite time that they grow here. They get a better price for it. I get it. And then they send their stuff over here when we're in the winter, and we pay a higher price for it as well. Here's one of the lemons from my yard. This is probably gonna, I've got a little lemon tree back there that I planted, a dwarf tree. See the little point on there? This is a Eureka lemon. Now the Eurekas have the little pointed tips. Remember the chi-chi beans? Little pointed tips, and the ones that are rounded on here are not, those are Lisbon. Lisbon lemons are used primarily for juices. This is used fresh. So in your grocery store, you might even see a Meyer lemon, which is kind of a cross between a lemon and an orange, and they're a little bit sweet, a little tart. Not my preference. If I'm going to have a lemon, I'm going to have a tart lemon. So I made lemon bars. Now my lemon bars, I've finally got them refined. I actually won a contest with this years ago because I like it custardy in the middle. I like it soft, but I like it tart, but I like it sweet at the same time. And to get that delicate balance, let me tell you, it's not easy. It took a long time until I got there, but I did it. And of course, Rich, who's doing the filming here, would recognize the crust. It is a shortbread. And the shortbread is what? Flour, sugar, and butter. This is probably about a half a pound of butter just for these little guys here. I've been on this kick about making desserts in 8x8 square pans. Why? Because if I make it in a 9x13 or anything bigger, I'm going to heat the whole damn thing by myself. So I figured, nah, better not do that. So I'm making them in smaller portions, which is an 8x8, and that's doable. I mean, you can finish that off in 2 days. Well, it depends on who you are. I could do it in 2 days. So I'm making smaller portions, but I'm still making the same things that I like. And lemon bars just happen to be one of those categories where I'm not dark chocolate. I like the tartness of the lemon. So when I made these, it took me for years. I don't know if Rich can get this, but the custard in the middle is the thing to look at. And then the shortbread crust, which is the all butter. Now don't buy cheap butter, okay? There's good butter you can buy at your grocery store. I happen to like a butter that is difficult to find, but it's worth it. And I get where I go grocery shopping, they get it for me. It's called Plugra, and we'll do a whole class on that. And I think the show that we do on Plugra, it's going to be mostly eye-opening. It's not your common everyday garden butter, but it's great. So zest your lemons. Don't use that crap in a jar. Don't use the lemon juice out of a bottle. Take the time, squeeze it, ream it, use the real stuff. It really makes the difference in the quality. Some of your friends might not know the difference, but if you invite me to your house, I will know the difference. And I'll be very polite, and I'll tell you it was wonderful, but out in the car I'll sit there and go, my God, what did you do with that? Not exactly what I would actually cook with or serve to anybody else. And before we go, quickly, this comes out about twice a year. And this is in the New York Times. I love the New York Times. I read it every single day. I love all the stuff. But they have a food section, which is fabulous, and it's usually on Wednesdays, I believe. And this is one of my favorite cookbook authors. I've got a lot of cookbooks, yes, but I'm very selective in the cookbooks that I buy. I don't want to do a La Rousse anymore, and I have La Rousse. I have cookbooks starting post-Civil War, but I want to do recipes that are fast, quick, easy, stuff I've got in the house, and stuff that you can make, in and out. You don't want to go to a lot of work, and you don't have to anymore, because if you cook smart, meaning if you're watching this, you're going to be cooking smart, because I will be able to share with you tips and tricks about how to cook like this. It's really simple. I mean, when you get right down to it, it doesn't have to be sophisticated. Pantry cooking, and especially in times like this, you're not going to make a recipe and you go, oh, I don't have that. Oh, do I have to go to Amazon to get that? Who's going to do that? Nobody's going to do that anymore. I think people are more concerned about quality these days, about the ingredients, but they're not willing to spend hours doing a recipe. I'm with you. I'm one of you. I want to make it good. Like the chocolate class we did, great quality ingredients, least amount of time, big bang for your buck. So keep watching our shows, because the more that you watch, the more that you'll learn, and the more I get to share with you, because this has always been my life. I've loved to cook since I was a small child with my grandmother when I was 4 years old. I grew up in a family of restaurant people. I grew up in a family of foodies. Everybody's got a critique in the family. Not that they're valid, mind you, but most of it, they know good food from bad. And that can be a problem with people, and a lot of people. But I always find, and then what happens, the upshot of that is, people invite you to thank you for having them to your house. You go to their house, or even if you get an invitation, they are like, I can't cook like you can, so, why don't we just go out instead? And it's like, okay, fine. But I am always a polite guest. So if you want to invite me to your house, just serve good quality. It doesn't have to be elaborate. Just make it good. And I would be more than honored. I'll bring great wine. I'll even bring dessert if you want me to. Just, invite me. So getting back to simple. Simple is always best. It's expedient, it's fast, you're in, you're out, you're gone, and you're happy and you're satisfied. Stay tuned. We have lots of shows we're doing and lots we've already done. If you have not subscribed, it's free. YouTube is free to subscribe. So you can sit here and watch me hack around and learn some new tricks. And I'm always grateful to be able to have you as my audience join us. So join us every week or every segment. We'll be back. Manja, eat well.